here we are back again, and with me I am so pleased to present two actors from the road show, the Broadway tour, and actually it's starting right here in Schenectady, right? You did your tech here. What was it like to come here and do a tech? Because this is your first time on a road show, or what?
Absolutely. This is the first chance that Newsies, our cast, has had the chance to be working with our set and our costumes, and we spent a couple of weeks putting each element together, and then we've had our first 3 performances this past weekend.
How exciting. Right next to me I have one of the characters from the show called Davey. His name is Kemp, and we're so pleased to have him here. He's got a great part in the show. And next to him is Crutchie. And you're called Crutchie because you have a crutch.
He's got a bad leg. So
Zachary here?
Yeah.
Sayle here.
Yeah.
And how did you audition for the show? How did that go? I mean, you were in New York City for the audition?
Yeah. We were in New York City for the auditions. I think Zachary and I have both been auditioning over multiple months. They were putting together this incredible cast. And
I can't believe how big it is.
It's a big show.
Yeah.
It's a big show. Yeah.
Not many women.
Not.
We have 3 nuns,
We got a couple. Yeah.
3 nuns and Catherine, and we also have a female swing who covers those roles as well.
Tracks,
Oh, okay. Is there a female in the Newsies group?
There is.
Aha!
You may have caught her.
Greg, you were right.
Her name is Sniper, and actually, in history, there were female Newsies.
Oh,
so
sure,
it's a great treat, I think, for the audience to see that there were female Newsies, even though the choreography is so athletic, and there were many, many young men who served, their countries by trying to hawk these papers, but there were girls as well.
It's an interesting story because it's about Jack Kelly, who I guess there really was a Jack Kelly.
Yeah. No.
There was a.
Well, it's a composite.
There was a kid called in the real life strike. There was a kid called Kid Blink.
Yeah.
Who is the leader of the strike? Who is what Jack Kelly is loosely based on.
Loosely based, but I mean the character itself. There really was a strike.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, this is. I guess that's what I was trying to say.
Event, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what the time era is and what people can expect to see in the show.
Well, this is based on the real-life story in 1899 when a young group of men and young women were also trying to make a living by selling papers on the street. And they were called the Newsies. And actually, they managed to hold a strike against 2 of the largest publishing empires.
William Randolph Hearst and Pulitzer?
Joseph
Oh
Pulitzer,
my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, they pulled together, and this young man, Kid Blink, said, "We need to fight for our rights." And
because they raised the price at their.
Well, that was interesting. That what they intended to do was kind of make more money off the backs of these little Newsies that were orphans. A lot of it. Is that correct?
The idea was that if you charged a Newsie more per paper, that they would end up selling more. Because they would have to, because of
just
the
to
price
make
hike.
what they were making before.
Yeah. But what actually ended up happening is they got angry and said, we're not going to be treated like this. So they stood up for their rights.
So it was really a union move without a union.
Yeah, they formed a union.
Yeah.
They formed the
a union of kids.
Isn't
Standing up for something
incredible?
that they believed in. It's an incredible story, and it's a part of our nation's history. And I think that's one of the most gratifying parts of the story, is that we get to share this piece of history with the entire country.
I know, it's great. And I guess there was a movie. I never saw the movie, but I'm glad I saw the musical because it's so good.
The movie's excellent. You should take a look.
I know I will. I'm going to get it. 1992, I think it came out.
Christian Bale?
With Christian Bale.
And David Moscow.
I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to watch it now that I've seen the musical. And it's a Disney production, is that correct?
Yeah. Disney
How's it like to work
Theatricals
for
is-
Disney? Oh, wait, we shouldn't ask that question.
No, are you kidding? They've been so
God,
incredible. Everyone on the Disney team has been so supportive and really quite interested in
feels like a
creating a
family,
brand new show too. The tour is different from the Broadway production, and over the course of this first weekend, so many of the show's fans have been fascinated by all the little changes and the new tumbling techniques and all of the different script shifts that have been happening.
The choreography is absolutely incredible. When I see these guys doing backflips and this and
8 shows a week.
8
shows
and
a
you did 2 on Sunday. Now, do you have like fill-ins so that you don't? I mean, you can't possibly do this, do you?
Oh, we do. That's part of the beauty of being a professional actor. We use our bodies to tell these incredible stories.
And you don't get tired. Oh my God.
No.
Well, I'm personally not doing any of those backflips.
Me neither, but there are many who do.
He has a crutch during the show, so he can't really. It would be kind of not right. It wouldn't. There'd be incongruity there if you did that. Right. How long have you been acting?
Now 15 years.
Really?
Yeah,
You must have started when you were 2 years old.
When I was 10 years old. Yeah, both
Okay.
Zachary and I were child
10,
performers,
11.
and now we're lucky enough to say we get to do it for our living. So.
And when was the first time you set foot on Broadway or in a Broadway show?
This is actually my largest role to date on stage,
Is
so
it?
I'm really grateful to be a part of it.
Yeah, and how about you?
This is probably, my largest role. Before this, I did some of the, it wasn't Broadway, some of the out-of-town productions of
Sure.
A Christmas Story, the musical.
I know, I saw
Yeah.
that you did. I love that Christmas Story. That is
Yeah,
just
yeah.
such a great, the musical is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that. It's a great show. We have a lot of community theater in our area, incredible amount of it. And there's two groups going to be on today as well.
I can't wait to hear about their
Yeah,
shows.
and no, really. And the thing is, did you find that community theater helped you at all?
Absolutely.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course. I mean, because like that's, I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama, where I wasn't, it wasn't Manhattan. There wasn't opportunities for professional theater. So if you want to do it, that's your only option. And, excuse me.
There's a fly bothering us. That's all right.
And
A non-equity fly.
equity fly. So yeah, just the lessons you learned there. It's really important to the craft. I think that anyone anywhere should be able to do it.
I think also, our work as artists is to serve our communities.
Yeah.
And to have theater groups or any kind of performing arts in every single city is what we strive for, to be able to share stories and use our gifts to be able to change the world.
And what a wonderful community it becomes. And it's so enriching for a community to have theater or any kind of art, really, to
course.
get that. And well, when I saw the crowds that came to see the show, it was a sold-out house, and they were coming up for autographs. And I love that you didn't wear hats with you today. Love
Our
those
newsboy
hats.
caps, unfortunately, we couldn't bring them to the interview.
Oh,
They're
But
in
we
our
do
dressing
love our
room.
costumes
you
are
can
just
buy
really
them,
quite
though.
beautiful
They
for
have
the
it
show.
for sale
Yeah.
there. They wear these cute hats and the little bags. And of course, our newspaper here is just celebrating their 120th.
I saw that.
We did. We had a chance to meet some of the
Yeah.
executives from the
Yeah.
paper, and they were so supportive of our show. And we're really psyched to be able to
Yeah.
share the performance with them coming up.
Great, great. And Schenectady, you didn't know about Schenectady before you came here, I'll bet.
I had
Not
heard
that
about
much.
it. I had heard about it.
You heard about
I had
it?
heard the name. Yeah.
Yeah,
I came through here a couple falls ago on a trip up to the Adirondacks.
Oh, good.
It's beautiful up here.
Yeah, it is gorgeous.
And
isn't it?
everyone
Yeah.
in the city center has been so welcoming to us,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we can't thank them enough.
Yeah, well, we're happy you're here.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the show was wonderful. See the show, it's wonderful.
Thank you.
I love it. And with me, we've just been talking with Jacob Kemp, and he plays Davey in the show. And we've been talking with Zachary Sayle, and he plays Crutchie. And you'll find out why if you see the show. Anyway, thank you both for
Thank
for
you so
being here. It's
much.
such a pleasure to meet you
Nice to
both.
meet you
and
too.
break a leg.
Thank you.
Good.